Welcome back.
Welcome back to this thing.
Smash up.
Yep.
I'm hitting the wrong button. Let's
You
go on
know-
a time patrol.
Maybe I should wait until after this is finished before I watch Dragon Ball. Because I'm just thinking,
If you
like,
want.
it would be... I could be, like... Like in stories, having the main character not know anything about the universe makes it really easy to just dump exposition on people. So that might be good for the series?
I don't know.
What? Hey, it's Australian Spaceman.
Jace!
Forces red magma. Joyce!
Joyce!
And then there's me,
Look at that butt.
What?
Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu Force.
So this is a cool change that we never get to deal with.
What?
Basically, a lot of them show off, like, oh, what's happening? Like, what's going to happen if you don't intervene.
Okay.
So you never get to deal with the change. I think there are a few times you do, but you're mostly going before the change happens.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so you get to... In the cutscenes before then,
What
you get
is
to
that?
see what would happen.
Hold on.
If you did intervene.
That's not my father. His opponent just stole his body.
Uh-huh.
What?!
That's one heck of a technique.
so the move's called Body Change, and it's the cheapest technique in the entire game, and people abuse it in multiplayer online.
The one who had his
Okay.
body
So they make
switched out
really
to
weak
Captain Gin's
characters
before?
that have
Oh,
body change.
Body change and just...
So they let the other... They try to
Yes,
make the other
right.
person think they're
This is
winning, and
probably
then they body
totally
change.
nearest.
So then the other person is that weak character with low health,
Oh god,
and then they just beat
Leave
them.
the two of them to me. You guys
That's so-
concentrate.
I know.
But wouldn't that mean that the weaker character also has body change when they change?
You can't change back.
You can't...
I think it's a one-time technique.
Yeah, that's really cheap. I think in the next game, if there is one, they need to maybe nerf that?
It's a fun thing to do every now and again, but yeah.
Cocoon! Batter!
Oh,
Bata!
Joyce!
Nice!
I've heard this so many times now.
Now! Ginyu!
That butt.
We are the Ginyu Force!
Hell yeah.
What is that, like, power that they get?
It's just like them putting evil energy into them to make them more stronger.
Oh, so...
Just to make it reasonable that your time patroller is able to beat them, or like having trouble with them.
No, okay.
I think that's the reason they were doing it. Because in theory, your time patrol character shouldn't have issue with any of these villains.
Oh, yeah, but they're just putting extra power into them, and that's why you need to intervene. And
Yeah.
That's why...
Because they'd be too powerful for the... Because they already struggle enough, so with that extra boost they'd end up losing.
I just love that he's still shoeless.
Welcome
Still
to
barefoot.
Ash. Terribly explains Dragon Ball because he hasn't fully seen the show. He's seen
Cocoon!
arcs and bits and pieces,
Take care of that!
and knows most of it from
You
video
got
games.
it.
Yeah.
And Team 4 Star.
And welcome to Matt knows nothing about Dragon Ball except for a couple of things, and
So,
I...
the most I know from the story is from Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, because as a kid, that's all I really got.
The captain seems to be in a bad mood.
Probably like the only game he played as well.
Yeah, so that's how I knew most of my stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd occasionally see it on TV, and I could pick up from there. And then over the years, I would watch every arc separately, without watching the rest, like in...
I'm
Oh,
not
so you weren't,
Succession?
you weren't watching it in order.
just one.
Yeah.
Sort of watched arcs as...
So like, I recall one time visiting Brisbane,
You guys,
and then just marathoning all of the Boo saga, but like but not in the proper order.
Oh, was it last time you went to Brisbane?
No, it was like when I was a lot younger. And then another time I watched the Android saga. Not all of it though.
Isn't that considered one of the best, though?
The Cell saga, which is part of the Android, but not. Again, it's just another part of the whole messiness of it.
Yeah, where, like, sagas are sort of...
Is it because you ate
Yeah.
all his ice cream without asking?
I told you it wasn't me!
The punishment
That accent.
for robbing the captain of this post-back tree.
It
Hey,
sounds
Goldo.
just like us.
I don't know from either of you. If I said it
Isn't he the
wasn't
one
me,
that's
it
supposed to die
wasn't
first as
me.
well?
Yeah,
You always tried to put the blame
in the
for
anime they never work as a team. This is the only time that the Ginyu Force actually works as a team.
Oh, so they go off on their own.
Yeah, they usually, in the anime, they go one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
So like Goldo goes after Vegeta, Vegeta basically ends him immediately.
I could take you, no.
And then Raccoon takes on Vegeta, Krillin, and Gohan and like kicks their ass.
Oh yeah.
And then Goku shows up and then takes out Raccoon in like one hit. And then you're like, wow, Goku's so strong now!
Yeah. That seems to be the way that most arcs go. It's like, we need to stall this fight until a powerful character comes.
We have to stall it
Usually
until Goku recovers from the previous arc.
Yeah, where he's usually dead or he's just sleeping.
He was getting to the planet in this case.
Yeah,
Because he didn't leave at the same time because he was injured from the Saiyan saga.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at that! Speak of the devil!
Look, it's
It's Goku!
the hell.
I'm getting bored. Can I end this already?
Look at that crotch.
Ultra fighting!
Boy. This is where Goku comes in.
Yeah, done. That's it.
Goku!
Daddy!
That's
Ew, faggot.
no faggot.
Dad! You
Did you see that backwards kick Jace just did?
No way.
Yeah, it's normal.
Oh, they're both coming after me. Awesome.
What's going on?
Just leave me alone.
Is
He's flying into the ground like,
supposed to be nothing.
what is that supposed to be?
So what's
Jesus
it gonna be, guys?
Christ.
How about giving up and going home?
Ah!
Or would you rather end up like that one?
Wow,
So-
the puppy punch is pretty bad.
How would you become a time patroller?
I'm Goku.
I have
Sort of
no
born into
bloody
it.
clue. In the original, your character is summoned / created by Shenron.
Oh, okay.
Because Trunks is like, oh, I need a powerful warrior, Shenron, please help.
Oh, okay.
And then your character shows up.
And in this one, you just sort of.
Yeah, they like have an academy for time patrollers.
Oh, okay. So I would assume that you have to be a certain power level.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think, like, I don't know, it's weird. Your character shouldn't struggle with any of these fights at all.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving
I guess
Krillin
Neither
and
should
Gohan.
Trunks.
Seriously, thanks
No.
a
But
lot.
no, he does.
Hey, do you mind
He
giving
is-
me a hand with one more
He
thing?
is the son of a Saiyan
Thank
prince.
you.
And
That as
Bulma.
well, that doesn't help.
You two use the
And-
Dragon Radar
and a
to hunt
rich
down the
woman.
Dragon Balls. You got that?
A very rich
Alright.
chick.
Good luck!
Bulma, who gets
Bulma.
younger with age. Until a certain point, and then she gets old.
Doesn't. I've heard a spoiler that she dies in Super. Or like
Yeah, she
an
does.
older version of her dies in Super.
In Trunks' original timeline,
Yeah.
Goku Black kills her.
Yeah. And I saw a video where it's like, why that character isn't effective or something. Because he's supposed to be a character who's like,
Think of me as an
oh, it's Thomas.
ally.
Hey, you remembered his name.
Yeah, because everyone's been like saying it.
Have they? I haven't
Yeah.
been paying attention at all.
Yeah, they mentioned his name a couple times. He does not look like he's angry.
So, his movie plot is they want to grow a tree, which can only grow on one per planet, and it takes the entire planet's life force to grow it.
Oh yeah,
So basically you destroy a planet in the process.
yeah.
So they come to Earth to grow the Tree of Might, which has fruit which increases your power exponentially.
That was the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie, I just kind of know the plot from synopsis and all that.
What I never get about movies like plots like that is why don't they just go to like the trillions of uninhabited planets? I suppose it's because he's obscene and he's
I
supposed to be.
think they were going there to try and recruit Goku, because they knew he was one of the remaining Saiyans.
Oh, okay, and then.
And that didn't work out, so they ended up just fighting him and growing the tree anyway.
Oh, so they actually do succeed growing the tree then?
Kind of. I know the tree ends up appearing, but I think they either use the Dragon Balls to reverse it or they destroy it in time.
Yeah.
So something annoying is between cutscenes, they'll power you down and get rid of your energy,
Oh, alright, so like you
so you have to get it back.
spend a bunch of time like
Yeah.
going Super Saiyan and stuff, but then afterwards you just.
Someone's
back
coming
to
this
normal.
way. It's not Krillin.
Wait, what level are they?
Gohan.
Who is it?
Must be.
Frieza!
Ginyu!
Oh. Well, I got that wrong.
I could have been wrong. I don't. Despite me playing this a few times, I don't remember the details of the missions.
Oh, fair enough. Place your bets. Is it whatever he said, or is it Frieza?
It's probably Ginyu, because Frieza doesn't really step in until later. But that might be the change they do.
He doesn't step in until, like...
Wait, no, it is Ginyu.
Ginyu?
Because he takes over Trunks' body.
Oh. Are you serious?
Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu.
So he's supposed to take over Goku's body.
Oh, but he takes over.
In the previous game, he takes over your character's body. So you have to play as Ginyu for a few missions.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And in this one, Trunks is like, "Oh, you're having trouble, I'll come help." And then he
clearly
gets taken
won't.
over, even though he knows he can do that.
Yeah, you clearly wasn't.
I'll pluck my comrades out of this pickle.
It's one of those moments, and here comes a big word, where the game has a ludonarrative dissonance.
Whoa, that is a big word.
Yeah, so
What does it
basically,
mean?
the player feels differently than how the game wants you to feel.
Oh, right.
So a good example is Fallout 4.
Oh,
How the player just wants to explore the wasteland,
yeah.
while in your head you know the character wants to be trying to save his son.
Yeah, true. I haven't
So
really...
you have issues. You're like, I should be saving the son, but I just want to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Forgive me, sir. Deserting your
I suppose that, like, in 3, it wasn't really, like...
It wasn't really an issue because you could reason that your dad was just an arsehole for leaving,
Yeah,
and you could just ignore him.
you can also argue that, like, you're trying to find him by explaining. I
Oh
suppose
yeah,
that's also the case for 4, but
But like,
there's a bit
it's such a
more
big
urgency in
priority,
that.
yeah.
there's more urgency in that. 'Cause in 3, you're just sort of like... Oh, there he is. So, yeah, in 3, it's just like, your dad's gone, go find this, you leave because, like, everything's going crazy and you want to find him. But in 3, your wife dies, spoilers, by the way. And,
Don't worry though, you've got a strong body.
and then, like,
I'll make good.
you know, there's more urgency, I suppose.
You
Yeah.
don't look very nice.
But yeah, like, it's
you're
a
here to
situation like this where the player feels like they're not having trouble.
help. Let's take care
It's
of
a
this
it's a
guy.
nice, easy pace, and then all the characters are acting as if you're having, like, the hardest time ever, and you need help.
You're really not, though. Like,
Not until the AI later on, which becomes a total
Except the one that arrived just
yeah.
now. Let him
bitch to
go.
deal with.
Why?
Yeah.
Are you friends or something? No, not exactly.
No, it's my body because I'm inept.
It's my body.
Oh, you notice how I'm not damaging him, but I can get damaged?
Oh, it's because the...
The text wasn't finished. Hang on. No, still not yet. I think I have to beat Jace first.
Oh, okay.
I wanna... Trunks? I mean Ginyu. Oh, come on, Trunks! See, he's still useless. He hasn't even hurt Jace.
Oh, wow. So he...
That whole time! He was fighting Jace and did nothing.
So he's basically... Jesus Christ. So he's basically just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Boy!
So,
So, if it weren't... You should basically just be in charge of the Time Patrol after this.
yeah.
Like, you should just take his spot.
Well, the Supreme Kai of Time.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean... But Trunks is like is still really high up.
Yeah. Like in the original game, he was the only one really commanding everything. And then the
Oh.
Supreme Kai of Time, like, pops in every now and again.
Oh, and then there's she's more.
And then Elder Kai's introduced in this one. And all three of them become more of a constant.
Alright.
Now I can freaking beat him. Yippee! Now that's what I call pod racing.
No, that's what I call pod racing. Yeah, keep my body safe. Poof.
Just,
Just
I
kill.
just realized, yeah.
Yeah. You could just wish his body back with the Dragon Balls, though.
Now!
Change now!
Oh, he's
Yay.
trying to get to Goku's body.
You got your body back.
Yeah! Huh? No! Now! Do it!
This is pretty cool. In the first game, Goldo has time-stopping powers. So, in the first game, they actually work as a team, and he, like, freezes Goku, so Ginyu can take the body.
This is
Okay.
perfect.
Which, again, was never shown in the anime or manga, but it's like a good example of why Ginyu would actually have Goldo on his team, considering how weak Goldo is.
Appreciate the offer.
Oh.
And it was probably for his time stop ability,
All right.
to make it easy to change the body.
Things I know.
All right. So that's. Oh, so that was the reason why he was there, but then died immediately anyway.
Well, that's what people could assume. Like, there was... Yeah.
That seems to be the case though, because like. That is a pretty OP ability if it weren't for the fact that he just died.
Speaking of time stop, Team Forster has a great joke that I never realized until after I watched JoJo.
Oh yeah, is it the reference to JoJo?
It's the rotor roller one.
Oh wait.
Basically, he's like, time stop,
Doing over there.
and then everyone freezes, and then road roller falls on Krillin.
You didn't like.
Because when I first saw that, I never knew what JoJo was,
Yeah.
and that's before the anime happened. I think it was before the anime happened.
I still need to watch that also. But
Oh, it's great.
I do. It's just I'm not as into anime at the moment.
Same. I've
I have
only
moods.
when I find an anime I like, that's usually what I get for like a few years or so. But I think JoJo's going to be one of those things like Dragon Ball for me.
That's just like a classic.
Yeah, that I'll constantly come back to.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same way with me and Naruto, but I just don't really care where the series is going at the moment.
I don't know how I feel about Naruto. I read all of the manga up to the pain arc in
Probably
like
best.
2 days. I might add. And then I didn't continue reading, and I just kind of stopped.
So you read all of Child Naruto and then?
Yeah,
When I get back to Earth,
I don't know how I pulled it off, but I did.
So I watched the show, which has
All the filler.
significant amount more to go through.
There's actually a fan-made Naruto Kai that you can watch.
Oh, I would actually.
But I
probably
can't
watch
find the download links. Like, I've gone through all their Reddits, and I keep getting sent to new Reddit pages. But every single time the download's like cancelled or like
Please make it in time.
being stopped.
that. Oh, you did it.
So now it's back to normal.
Finally, it's all back to normal. Damn it!
Yay!
This time. Perfect. Change.
What a coincidence! Boy!
So that's what actually happens.
He just throws a.
A frog goes by and he's like, oh yeah, cool, and he's frozen. Ginyu becomes a frog. Which then gets used in a ton of filler.
Oh, of him. Just,
And then
like-
later returns in Super. There's actually a filler. I haven't seen the filler, but I've heard about it a lot. Where Bulma's on the planet, and she becomes so lonely, so she like makes a translator for frogs. So then Ginyu's able to use his change now technique and becomes Bulma for a bit of time.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Okay. And how does she get her body back?
I don't know. I have no clue. Like I said, I haven't seen the filler. I just know that Bulma becomes Ginyu for a bit.
And Bulma becomes a frog.
Yeah, Bulma becomes a frog and Ginyu becomes Bulma. I just want to mention in
Okay.
Team 4-Star, their version of that is like the frog jumps on Goku's hand and he's like, ooh, gross, frog, and he like throws it away. And that's how he stops it.
Toa and Mira.
Oh, Groose!
I'm gonna apologize now, even though I've done this already like a ton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mentioning what Team 4-Star does for each scenario, because it's bloody
Toa's
brilliant.
scientific
Yeah.
abilities
It's
absolutely
We
No,
also
frog. Woo.
faced Mira in the past, and he's no ordinary.
I'm really useful!
He's
Hey, look, it's
fully
me!
revived with a
Oh boy!
We can't afford any mistakes. Right, Trunks?
Right, Trunks? You
Right.
complete
I thought
utter
right
idiot.
into the trap
Right.
Toa left for me.
Trunks! Isn't. Trunks is a fan favorite. Like,
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
he's got a sword,
But
that's
in this,
why.
well, no, he's actually pretty cool. But in this game, he's
yeah.
Well,
completely
you
inept.
certainly should
In this
be.
game, it's just.
History was almost utterly
Yeah.
damaged beyond repair. Toa's brains
Yeah,
and
you
Mira's
idiot.
brawn are no laughing matter. You need to be careful.
The two of us
Will
will
do.
go after Mira. You need to stay here and watch over history.
A guardian
Hell
of
yeah.
history, eh? I imagine Turles will turn up again.
Turles will turn up the bass again.
Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball, in a group chat, someone's received a bunch of Dragon Ball stuff for
Wait,
their
what?
birthday.
What group chat?
One with
People.
people. I'm not gonna say the names.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Oh, I can say Daniel's name because
yeah,
I
he's-
did stuff with him.
He was in the
forest.
forest.
Yeah,
Watch it if you want.
I actually put a lot of editing into that one. That was still when I was doing a lot of editing because I wasn't
Yeah.
uploading. It's a lot harder to do that much editing when you have a schedule set upon you.
Yeah, like there is at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I've given myself weekends to either relax or do something. Anyway,
Yeet.
next time on Mashup, we'll finish the Frieza saga, maybe.
Hell yeah, we'll fight Frieza.
'Cause I think that was the end of the Ginyu Force.
Couldn't what's his name just switch his body with Frieza and just be like, okay, I'm powerful now.
No,
Why is that?
because Ginyu is Frieza's worker. The whole point of
Oh,
the
so-
Ginyu Force was to show how scary Frieza was.
Oh, because
Remember Dodoria and Zarbon? How they were really difficult for the group to beat? Well, there's an elite task
yeah.
force called the Ginyu Force that Frieza calls upon every now and again. They're even stronger than Zarbon and Dodoria. And they're scared of Frieza. Imagine how strong Frieza is.
Yeah, and then
They start fighting Frieza, and because Vegeta gets boost from his, I think it's called Zenkai boost, when he gets close to the feet. This is for Super Saiyans. You get close to the feet, you get a power boost relative to how much you were beaten.
Oh,
so then,
he would,
like,
smash
So
them.
Vegeta has no trouble because he's gone through the Ginyu Force and Zarbon and all that, fighting First Form Frieza. And then it's like, oh, Frieza has another form. Amazing.
And you're like-
So he's even more stronger.
Oh, and then he has a final form.
And then he has another form. And then another one.
and then
And then that's it. For now. Until Super. Well,
yeah,
Yeah.
or until Resurrection.
that was supposed to be the end of the episode, but we kept talking.
Yeah, but just. And then Goku's like, I also have a form! And then he just. I'm so angry that Krillin died. Okay, next time.
Dingo! Dingo! Dingo!